Yes, good afternoon to my dear friends. Today onwards, we are starting about the new topic. As we know, we have already completed the transistor biasing, and it is also a very small topic. As I said in the last class, that carries nearly 3 to 4 marks in your exam. Another small chapter that is about your first topic, that is called your field effect transistor. The name of the topic is about field effect transistor. Field effect transistor. Yes, maybe you are surprised why the sir is starting the first topic. Actually, in the last class we started the second topic, but now we are starting the first topic. Why? Because, as I said, you already studied the transistors about in your first year. That's why I started the second topic as a beginning. But now we have already some idea about the transistors. Now we will go for the first topic. According to your syllabus, it is the first topic. But according to our class, it is the second topic. That is because as I said already, it is also one type of transistor. As I said in the beginning of first class, while explaining about transistors, in broad, we can classify the two types of transistors. One is called your unipolar junction transistor, another one is the bipolar junction transistor. And already you studied about in detail about the BJT. Also studied about the different types of biasing, what is the resistive biasing, what is Q point and what is thermal runaway. What about the leakage current and what is heat sink, what is stability factor. We are all studied about the transistors. Now we go for the another, as I said in the beginning, the example for your UJT, that is nothing but your FET. And actually the FET, it is also one type of transistor. And how you are defining the FET? What is the definition of FET? Actually, the FET, it is a 3-terminal unipolar semiconductor device. How I said about transistor, it is a 3-terminal semiconductor device. But it also 3-terminal, it also semiconductor. The difference is about the field effect transistor. It is also called as FET. It is called it is a unipolar 2-junction 3-layered semiconductor device. In another way of definition, the FET nothing but it is a 3-terminal unipolar 2-junction semiconductor device. Right? That is nothing but your FET. Actually, the BJT or your transistor, that is a first generation type of device. They have invented first the BJT, then they invented the FET. The FET is also called as second generation device. The BJT is called first generation device, but FET is called second generation device. And if already your BJT is there, then how you are using the FET? What is the importance of FET? Actually, what are the advantages of FET and why you are using the FET? The most important thing in your FET as compared to the BJT, as we know in your BJT, it is a bipolar junction transistor. As I said in the definition, the BJT nothing but bipolar junction transistor, but in the time of FET I said, the FET is called unipolar device. BJT is bipolar device, but FET is unipolar device. And what is the meaning of unipolar? It means in your FET, the current conducting phase because of the majority carriers. In your FET, the current conducting place because of the majority carriers. But as in your BJT, the current conducting place because of both the majority carriers as well as the minority carriers. This is the major difference in your BJT and your FET. In your FET, the current is because of only the majority carriers, and for your BJT, the current is because of the minority carriers. This is the major difference about your BJT and FET. Another important device, another important difference, as why you are giving more importance to the FET, because in your FET it is very low noise. Nowadays you should not want noise, but it is not possible to eliminate the noise, but you can reduce the noise. What is noise? The noise is nothing but the unwanted signal. The noise is nothing but the unwanted signal. It means if you use the transistor, you are having the more noise, but if you use your FET, you are having a very less noise. Because I said it is not possible to eliminate totally the noise, but we can reduce that. That is possible in your FET. And also, as I said, in the time of BJT, the most important in BJT, they are using for the amplification and switching purpose. Here also same. What is the use of your FET? You are using for amplification as well as you are using for the switching action. And the important thing is about in your FET, because it is also used for the amplification, it is also used for the switching action. As your this is the comparison about BJT and your FET. Another important thing in your FET, it is called as voltage control device, but your BJT is called as current control device. It means in your FET, the output voltage or output current that depends upon the input voltage. That's why it is called as field effect transistor. It means the output voltage, that is VDS, and output current ID, that depends upon the VGS. As we know in your transistors, it is called current control device, because as we know in your transistor, your output current IC or output voltage VCE, that depends upon the input current IB. That's what is called as current control device. It is called voltage control device. The important difference about your FET and BJT, FET is called voltage control device. The BJT is called current control device, and FET is called unipolar device. The transistor is called bipolar device. And second one, as I said about your FET having the very low noise, but your BJT having the very high noise, very more noise as compared to the FET. As I said, it is not possible to eliminate the noise, but you can reduce the noise. Noise nothing but unwanted signal. Another important thing, as I said in your BJT, it is used for the amplification. In the same way, you are giving more importance to the FET for in your integrated circuits. You are using FET, 90% of in integrated circuits you are using the FET. And why you are using FET in the ICs in the integrated circuit? Because it is having a it is very easy to fabricate in ICs the FET rather than your BJT, because it will take very small space as compared to the BJT. In IC, it also possible to fabricate in BJT, but the BJT will take more space as compared to the FET. That's why we prefer in while constructing the integrated circuits, we are using about the FET. Another important thing, while constructing the integrated circuits, you are giving more importance to FET rather than your BJT, because it will take very small space, and it is also very easy to fabricate in IC rather than your BJT. This is also another advantage. And the second one is another advantage about the thermal stability. As you know, in your BJT, it is you are having the thermal leveling. It means the BJT modes depends upon the temperature. But as compared to the FET, it is having the stability of the thermal. It is having the more stability of the thermal stability. It means it is not more dependent upon temperature. As your BJT, it depends upon the more about the temperature, but it is not more dependent upon the temperature. It is called less stability for the temperature, with the most stability for the temperature. It means the BJT depends on temperature, but FET is not depends upon the temperature. Like that is another advantage of your FET. And as we know, the FET having the it will take very small space, long life, and very high efficiency. That's why they prefer the FET in place of the BJT. And also another important thing, as we are nowadays we are making importance the more power gain. The power gain is also very more for your FET as compared to the BJT. You are having the more power gain as compared to the BJT. These are the, I said, nearly 5 to 6 advantage of your FET over the BJT. It means the overall, we can say about we are giving more importance to the FET, because another important thing, as I said, your FET, it is a majority carrier device. The FET is nothing but majority carrier device. But as your BJT, it is a minority carrier device. The BJT is a minority carrier device. And also another important thing, in your BJT, the current is because of the diffusion of current. But FET, the current is because of the drifting of the electrons. As we know, the difference about diffusion and drift current. It means in BJT, the current is because of the diffusion of electrons. But in the FET, the current is because of the drifting of the electrons. These are the major advantages or difference between your FET and also BJT. And actually, your FET, it is an on-time device. It is an on-state device. The FET is also called an on-state device. On-state device. It means always if you are using any electron devices, nowadays you are using more about the electron devices. And as we know, why you are using more about electron devices, because of their compact in size and lightweight, and also they are very fast, and also they will take very small space. That's why we are giving more importance to the electronic devices. But these are in general. But what about the technical reasons why you are using about the electronic devices? I just said the most important thing, it may be your BJT, or it may be a FET, or it may be oscillator, or it may be your amplifiers. In overall, we are giving more importance to any electronic device. The thing is that any electronic device can be make it on. If the device is off, you are making on. If it is the off, then to make it on. It means in overall all electronic devices, the two things are important. As I said about switch, in switch nothing but two conditions. It may be on, it may be off. Once it is on, second condition, how to make it off. And if it is off, then how to make it on. This is also done by using electronic devices. Another important thing that is not possible in your conductors, to control the current. Why you are giving more importance to electronic devices? Because in electronic devices it is possible to control the current. It is possible to control the current. It is not possible in conductors. As we know, in conductors only can easily current flow in your conductors, but it is not possible for your conductors to control the current. That's why in overall all your electronic devices they prefer semiconductors. Why they prefer semiconductors? because in semiconductor we can control the current. We can control the current. And for example, the most important thing in all electronic devices, make it on or off or to control the current, and also we can amplify the signal. We can amplify the signal, or also we can convert a signal one for another from. This all comes under only under the electronic devices. It is not possible in general in your conductors. It is not possible to make it on and off, or it is not possible to control the current, or it is not possible to make it amplify the signal or to convert the signal. Everything is possible in electronic devices. That's why paper, it may be BJT, or it may be FET, or it may be oscillator, or it may be amplifiers. So many things are there in your electronic devices. In overall, I am giving the overall the importance is about to make it. Actually, your FET is an on-state device. How to make it off? You are going for you are using the electronic devices, or you are using the basic knowledge of electronics to make it off, and to control the current, because it is so nowadays is so important. In some cases you want very small current, in some current you want very more current, and in some cases you want very constant current. Everything is possible only in your electronic devices. That's why we are giving more importance to the electronic devices. And now we go for the, actually I said in your FET, it is an 3-terminal unipolar junction transistor. It is a unipolar 3-terminal semiconductor device, or it is a unipolar 3-layer 2-junction semiconductor device. That is about your FET. And actually, what are the important terminals of your FET? As we know, in your transistor, it is also 3-terminal. In the same way as in your FET, also having the 3 terminals. As we know, in your before that, we go for the what are the types of FET? What are the types of FET? Actually, you can broadly classify the 2 types of FET. One is called JFET, one is called your JFET, and another is called your MOSFET. Another is called your MOSFET. In broad, we can classify 2 types of FET, field effect transistor. One is called JFET, and another is called your MOSFET. JFET is nothing but junction field effect transistor. The long form for your JFET is nothing but the junction field effect transistor, and MOSFET is nothing but metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It is called metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Once again, you have done the types of JFET. One is called your N-channel JFET, N-channel JFET, and another one is called P-channel JFET, N-channel and P-channel JFET. Once again, in your MOSFET also you have done the types. That is nothing but depletion type, and enhancement type. Once again, it may be depletion type or it may be enhancement type. You have done the one second types. That is, it may be the N channel or it may be the P channel. It may be the N channel or it may be the P channel. It means in overall, especially this all you are studying in your power electronics. You are studying in the MOSFET in power electronics. Now in the first topic, you go further in detail about JFET and types of JFET, that is N channel, P channel, and as I said in your transistor, it is used for the amplification and it is also used for the oscillator. In the same way, where you are using FET. As I said, the most important advantage of FETs are used in your ICs. That is nothing but your integrated circuits. They are used in your integrated circuits, and also they are used in your operational amplifiers. You are using in operational amplifiers. Also you are using in satellite communication. You are using in satellite communication. Satellite communication. You are using in your satellite communication. Satellite. It means you are using in your the overall giving more importance to the where you are using the FET. One is called your in IC you are using, also you are using operational paper, also you are using your satellite communication. These are the applications of your FET. And now we go for the, as I said, it is having the three terminals. What are the three terminals? What is the their functions, or what is the use of that three terminals? We'll go for that. And as we know already, you are having the, as in your BCAT also you have the three terminal, and as your APT also three terminal. And first you go for your BCAT, that is your emitter, base and collector. In the same way you can compare with your FET. In FET also you are having the source. Next you are having the gate. Next you are having the drain. And as we know already, maybe I said in the time of how to remember the terminals of your transistor. Maybe you are remembering, I said the electronics students are based for the college. In the same way, how to remember the source, gate, drain. Or you can write also the terminals of your FET are source, drain and gate. These are the three terminals of your FET. As I said, the emitter, base, collector are the terminals of your BJT. In the same way, the source, drain and gate are the three terminals of your FET. And how to remember the source, drain, drain? I'll give very good and simple technique or trick. That is, maybe you know my name. Source is equal, you can write my name, that is Sudhindra. And also you know my name, you know my surname, that is Das. And you can write good, or you can write great. It's simply how to remember the source, drain and gate. It is, I am saying, for only, it is not for serious, only for how to remember. It is an example how to remember the source, drain, gate. Or also we can actually in FET it is possible to interchange source and drain, but it is not possible in your BJT to interchange emitter and collector. But it is possible in your FET. You can write drain, you can write source, and you can write the gate. And this also you can remember, that is D nothing but Das, S nothing but Sir, is good or great. And Gil for only for the remembering, not it is don't take serious. And another one is there actually in your FET, source, drain, gate. Another one comes channel. You can write about source, drain, gate and channel. Actually, the channel is a way, by that way you can transfer the signals from input to output. It means in your FPT, source, drain, gate and also it is having the channel. This also can write as said about Sudhindra Das is Das are having the source nothing but Sudhindra, drain nothing but Das and G nothing but good characters. Having good character. It means the channel nothing but character and gate nothing but good and drain nothing but Das and source nothing but Sudhindra. This is to remember the source, drain and source, drain and gate and channel of your FPT. Now we go for what is the main function of your source and what is the main function of your drain and what is the main function of your gate. As I said, in your emitter it is similar to the source and your collector is similar to the drain and your base that is similar to the gate. Look here how we have said about the function of emitter that it emits the charge carriers. They are given the charge carriers, they will produce the charge carriers. The main function of emitter, they will emit the charge carriers. They will give the charge carriers, they will produce the charge carriers. In the same way, what is source? It will give the charge carriers. It will give the majority charge carriers. The source is a terminal. By that source, it can produce the charge carriers, or source will give you the charge carriers. And another way, the source will, the charge carriers enter through the source. The charge carrier or your majority carriers enter the source. The source of the majority carriers enter into the source of the majority carrier enter into the channel. As I said, the source is nothing but it is supply of the charge carriers. I will give the charge carriers. I will produce the charge carriers. Or another way, the source is nothing but the entry for the charge carriers. And what about drain? As you know, collector, the current charge carriers. The same way, drain, nothing but the current charge carriers. Whatever the source given by charge carriers, that charge carriers will be received by the drain. Whatever the source will give the charge carriers, that charge carriers will be received or collected by the drain. It means the source acts as an emitter to emit the charge carriers, to produce charge carriers. In the same way, the source is nothing but the source for the charge carriers. It will give the emits, it will produce the charge carriers. In the same way, the drain will be collect charge carriers. It will be collect or receive charge carriers. And also the charge carriers entering through the source and charge carrier leaving through the drain. Here they are entering, here they are leaving. By the source, the charge carriers are entering. By the drain, the charge carriers are leaving. And finally, for your base, as we know in your BJT, the base is base for the transistor. In the same way, the gate is so important for your FET. This is your FET and this is your BJT. It means in your what is the main use of base? Same thing, the gate. Here the base is to control the flow of current. Here also the gate is the terminal. Through the gate you can control the flow of current. The gate is a terminal and by the gate you can control the flow of current. It means how much the current flow from source to drain, that is decided by the gate. How much the current will flow from the source to drain, that is decided by the gate. Or you can say gate is a controlling terminal. How your base is control of emitter to collector, in the same way your gate is a controlling terminal. Another way of how to remember the function of source, drain and gate. As we know about in communication, I am saying in general, not in deep. You are studying in deep in your second year in the last section. You go in detail about wireless communication. In that time, go in detail. Maybe I said about noise. You are studying in different type of noise. What is noise? Noise figure, and you are studying in detail about that. Now, for in your communication, the three things are important communication. One is the transmitter, and second one receiver, and third one is your channel. Maybe I am the transmitter, you are the receiver. In between I am the channel, means the space acts as the channel. It means the transmitter transmits the signals by the channel. Without the channel, it is not possible to transfer signals. It means the channel, nothing but space acts as a channel. And example, I am the transmitter, you are the receivers. I in between space acts as a channel. In the same way here, what the transmitter will do, the same function done by the source. The transmitter will send the signals, transmit the signals. In the same way, the source will give the charge carriers or produce the charge carriers. And what about receiver? Receive the charge carriers or whatever the transmitter is send a signal, that signal will be received by the receiver. In the same way, what the charge carriers sent by the source will be received by the drain. In the same way, transmitter and receiver. But as in between the transmitter receiver, we are having the channel. In between the transmitter and receiver having the channel. In the same way, in your FET, in between the source and drain, we are having the channel. We are having the channel. In between transmitter and receiver, we are having the channel. In the same way, the source and drain, in between we are having the channel. Because through the channel we can send the charge carriers. Here, through the channel we can send the signals. And also, as how to remember your gate, because actually you are not using the gate here, but you consider your microphone is something but your gate. In your microphone is acts as a gate. As I said here, the gate will control the flow of charge gas. But here there is small change. The microphone will convert the one form energy, other form energy. There is a very small change. Here the gate will control, but here microphone will convert. It means the gate and you can compensate gate and microphone. How you have compared source and the transmitter, and the channel is common for both drain and the receiver. In the same way, gate and microphone. The microphone will convert the sound signal to electric signals. But it means you are converting, but here controlling. That is the difference about your gate and microphone. Besides that, also how to remember this. Actually, you are studying in detail about what is transmitter, what is receiver, what is channel, and remaining things in detail. Now I am saying to how to remember the source, drain, gate, and channel. This is about the importance of your terminals of your APT. And now over the, actually as I said here, we are having the two types of APT. One is called N channel. The types of APT. Types of APT. That is N channel, and P channel. Now we go for the, actually in N channel, as I said, the APT is called unipolar device, because if we are using N channel APT, here the current is because of the electrons, because electrons are majority carriers here. As I said, APT is a majority carrier current. APT current is because of the majority carriers. In the same way, if you are using P channel JFET, or if you are using the consider JFET, you are studying only JFET, the JFET P channel. It means in your P channel JFET, the current is because of holes. That's why I said it is called unipolar device, because current is because only the majority carriers. It may be N channel, the electrons. If it is P channel, it is the holes. Now we will go for the construction of your N channel JFET and also the P channel JFET. First we go for the N channel. The N channel JFET. In N channel JFET, first what you do, you take a bar of N-type semiconductor. Take a bar, or you take a semiconductor of N-type bar. Take a N-type semiconductor bar or piece, and next what you will do, in the opposite side of the N-type semiconductor, you can diffuse the P-type semiconductor on the opposite side. You can diffuse the P-type semiconductor on the opposite side. This is nothing but P-type. This is also nothing but P-type. And it means first you take the, this is nothing but, and also these two P-type semiconductors are internally connected. These two P-type semiconductors are internally connected. They are internally connected. And to make it ohmic contacts, we are applying a copper or aluminum metal here. It means this acts as a, this is nothing but your gate, and this is nothing but your source, and this is nothing but your drain. It means first you take a N-type semiconductor, or you take a N-type semiconductor bar, and in the opposite side you can take the, or you can negate the diffusion of P-type layer. In the, on the opposite side you take the, or you negate the diffusion of two P-type layers. And let me ask the question, why you want the P-type semiconductor? To make it the junction. To make the junction, we are using the two P-type semiconductors. It means in N channel JFET, it contains an N-type semiconductor bar, and on the opposite side of the N-type semiconductor bar, you are diffusing the two P-type semiconductors. You are diffusing the two p-type semiconductors on the opposite side of your n type of semiconductor bar. And to make it only contacts in the above, you can make it the aluminum, or you take any copper metal contacts, and one for drain and for source, and these two p-type metals are interconnected. That is nothing but your gate, and above we call as drain and below we call as source. In the same way, you can construct the p-channel JFET. It is also same, very small change. The p-channel JFET, for that you can make it a p-type semiconductor. You take a p-type semiconductor bar, and in the opposite side you make it the n type of diffusion. You may go for the n type of diffusion. And here also these two n-type semiconductors are interconnected, and also make it the metal contacts on above and below. And this is nothing but your drain, and this is nothing but your source. It means here in your if it is n channel, consider the n-type semiconductor bar. On the opposite side, you take the two p-type semiconductors are diffused. In the same way, for your p channel, you take the p-type of semiconductor bar. On the opposite side, you can diffuse the two n-type semiconductors. On the both the side, on the opposite, you can go for the diffusion of two n-type semiconductors. This is the thing about your construction of n channel and p channel. Actually, by the symbol also you can identify this is the symbol of your n channel. This is your n channel. Nothing but this arrow is towards the gate. This is your source. This is your drain. And here it is your p channel. P channel nothing but, as I said here, in your p channel, the arrow is away from the gate. The thing is that this is your source and this is your drain. In the same way, this is your drain, this is your source. The difference about n channel and p channel, nothing but if the arrow is towards the gate or towards the bar, that is nothing but n channel. If the arrow is away from the bar, away from the gate, that is nothing but your n channel and p channel. These are the types of FET. One is called n channel, another called the p channel. And actually, in your FET, you are going for the detail about n channel JFET. And actually, I said in your JFET, you are having the two junctions. You are having the two junctions. In your FET, having the two junctions. Like that, in your BJT also two junctions. In your BJT also two junctions. But the difference about in BJT, here in BJT, the one junction is in forward bias and another is in reverse bias. But important thing in your FET, the both the junctions are in reverse bias. That is the important difference about, as I said, in your FET and the two junctions. Also, the BJT also have the two junctions. In your, depending upon the application, conduct the biasing. It means in your in general transistor, the input is forward bias, output is reverse bias. But is in your FET, The both are in the reverse bias. And you may ask the question, sir, what how you have done the reverse bias? Actually, in reverse bias you are not having any current. Actually, in the reverse bias you are not having any current, but still you are using the reverse bias. And what is the necessity of reverse bias? And why you are giving more importance to reverse bias for your FET? And as I said, as your BJT, the current is because of both majority carriers and minority carriers. But here, the current is because of only majority carriers. And now we go for the, if you apply the, or if you bias the FET, what is the effect of that biasing of the FET? And as we know already, without biasing, your electronic devices are not working, they are not on. To make it on the your electronic devices, you are applying the biasing. Especially, actually you are studying the formation of depression layer. In JFET. You studied in your first year about diodes. Now we will take the, here you are having the P-type, here also you are having the P-type. You take P plus, you also take P plus. Here your N channel. And as I said, these two are interconnected. That is nothing but your gate. And here, this is your drain. This is your source. Now, what you do? You apply the some voltage to the gate. Make it the. You apply the some voltage to the gate and source. It is nothing but you are applying the VGG. The VGG is nothing but you are applying the voltage to the gate and source. And actually, as we know already, you studied now let's said to make it actually the FET. In FET, the both the junctions are reverse bias. First, you go for the input section. In the input section, you are having the gate and source, right? And how to make it reverse bias? This is the P-type semiconductor is connected to the negative terminal. It means, as we know, forward bias means same polarity, and reverse bias means opposite polarity. It means positive, negative. It means in this case, what happens? Your gate and source junction is in the reverse bias. Your gate source junction is in the reverse bias. And actually what happens, as we increase this VGG, nothing but you can write about gate source voltage. If we increase the gate voltage, what happens? As we know, if we increase the reverse bias voltage, what happens? The depression layer, because this forms a PN junction, this also one PN junction, having the two PN junctions. And I said these two P-type semiconductors are interconnected. And also I said direct here P plus, nothing but it is heavy double. This also heavy double as compared to the N-type semiconductor bar. This P-type is heavy double. This also P-type heavy double. Actually, you are studied in your first year in diodes. If you are increasing the reverse bias voltage, what happens? We are increasing the depression layer, and also we know how the formation depression layer. The formation depression layer, as we know already, in the P side we are having the positive ions, and the N side are the negative ions. They will create a potential. They will create some layer. That layer is nothing but, as we know in your diodes. This is your P-type semiconductor and this is your N-type semiconductor, and as we know already, here you are having the depression layer form. Here near to me you are having the negative and near to here you are having the positive. Actually here also same thing happens because you have done the junction. Whenever you form the junction, what happens? The depression layer forms. And also as we know already, if you apply the reverse bias on the diode, here also are using the diodes, two diodes. And if you apply the reverse bias to the diodes, what happens? Because the reverse bias supports the depression layer. The reverse bias supports the depression layer. It means the depression layer is increasing. The depression layer is widening. And actually what happens? Because this depression layer is increasing. This depression also increasing. And as we know, the property of the semiconductors, always the depression layer move towards where is slightly lower. Always the depression layer move towards where is slightly lower. It means the depression layer is moving towards the N-type semiconductor. Why the depression layer is moving towards the N-type semiconductor? Because you studied in first year, always the depression layer move towards where is slightly lower. It is not moving towards the where is every lower. The depression layer not moving towards the P side, but it moving towards the N side because of the N side is light low as compared to these two P side of the material. It means if you increase the reverse bias voltage, what happens? You are having the formation depression layer, and if you increase the reverse voltage, what happens? The depression layer increases, and once you increase the depression layer, what happens? The depression layer move towards the N-type semiconductor because as compared to these two P-type semiconductor, the N-type semiconductor is so lightly doped. This is about the formation of your depression layer in your JPD. In the tomorrow class, we go for the actual main function or operation or working principle of your JPD. Thank you.